Well, good morning and welcome, dear friends, to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. So glad you're here. Welcome to those tuning in online as well. Let's just begin this beautiful morning by singing together. This song is called "All That I Need to Be Free." 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Steve Matthews, and I'm happy to be your host today. This center is a spiritual community where all are welcome. Thank you for joining us here in person or online, wherever you may be. And if you are online, if you'll type in your name and where your location is, that way we can know. It's been fun to see where different people have been logging in from. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among all religions. We honor all pathways by which people to seek and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness to help make the world a better place. Our prayer practitioner this morning is Teresa Martin, and our practitioner holding high watch is Katie Hernandez. Throughout this service, she will be in prayer, knowing that the best and highest good is unfolding for us as we share this time together. From wherever you are, I invite you to join us in stating the center's spiritual purpose statement. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. For the latest information on what's happening in our center, you can log in online at the website at www.spirituallyfree.org. Today, our guest speaker is Sillito, and our guest musician is Mindy Dillard. We're very happy to have them both here with us today. The affirmation this week is, I now let universal abundance flow freely in my life. We'd like to welcome any newcomers that are here today. If you are brave enough, please raise your hand, and we would love to acknowledge. If you're newcomers online, welcome. Thank you for being here today. There is a welcome packet out in the lobby that you're welcome to pick up after our show. In line of announcements, every day you can log in online on Facebook. Our Center for Spiritual Living's international spiritual leader, Reverend Edward Vilhoen, from California time at 6 a.m., Mountain time, 7 a.m., will do a meditation. And if those of you have seen it, we all know that's a nice way to start out the day. And if you haven't, please log in. You can also log in anytime during the day and see that as well. We also have our weekly sound bath meditations on Wednesday night. Please join Shanti and her guest musicians for midweek evening reboot. Refresh your body, mind, spirit with healing sounds and meditation. And those are wonderful experiences. She also is doing the animal celebration service this month on the 20th. So stay tuned for that, the 20th at 7 p.m. We're very excited next week because we have Reverend, I have this fabulous full page thing. It's Cindy Edelson, and she's actually going to be, the words coming to my mind is auditioning for us, but potentially being our spiritual leader. And she's going to be speaking to us next week. And then afterwards, there's a workshop experience at 1 o'clock that these workshops are always really fabulous to attend. But this particular workshop says, let go of the clutter that no longer serves. It could be clutter on your to-do list, in your home, closets, drawers, or in your emotions, mind, and heart. So that really has the potential to be a great experience. We're all looking forward to seeing her. Do you know her? Is there anything going on Saturday as well? I didn't. Yes. We'll get that announcement afterwards. But you can also, again, look online, and that information should be there. Our center was founded on and is grounded in prayer. Prayer helps us deal with day-to-day issues and create positive experiences regardless of our circumstances. Our professional prayer practitioners are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer and are ready to pray for and with you. You can submit prayer requests on our website's homepage, and our practitioners will pray for you throughout the week. Practitioners can be identified by the purple stoles that they wear over their shoulders. Now, I invite you to settle in. Allow Teresa's reading and the centering music to take you to the sacred space within. Then she will lead us in prayer.
This month we're talking all about money. So today I'm going to talk about sufficiency. Sufficiency, reclaiming the power of what is there. And this is an excerpt from The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist. We each have the choice in any setting to step back and let go of the mindset of scarcity. Once we let go of scarcity, we discover the surprising truth of sufficiency. By sufficiency, I don't mean a quantity of anything. Sufficiency isn't 2 steps up from poverty or 1 step short of abundance. It isn't a measure of barely enough or more than enough. Sufficiency isn't an amount at all. It is an experience, a context we generate, a declaration, a knowing that there is enough and that we are enough. Sufficiency resides inside all of us, and we can call it forward. It is a consciousness, an attention, and an intention, choosing, an intentional choosing of the way we think about our circumstances. In our relationship with money, it is using money in a way that expresses our integrity and using it in a way that expresses value and rather than determines value. It is not about simplicity or about cutting back or lowering expectations. Sufficiency is the truth. It can be a place to stand, a context that generates a completely new relationship with life, with money, and with everything that money can buy. There is enough in nature, in human nature, and in the relationship we share with one another to have a prosperous, fulfilling life, no matter who you are or where you are in the spectrum of resources. If you are willing to let go of the chase to acquire or accumulate always more. You can take all that energy and attention and invest it in what you have. And then you will find unimagined treasures and wealth of surprising and even stunning depth and diversity.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountain. I send my peace over the sea.
there's power and beauty, confidence and peace.
It's working, it's working.
I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now. And I'm not worried about how it's coming to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shop, more than enough to drive, more than enough to say. Plenty left over to give away. Mr. Rory Northside. Leslie Monroe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shop, more than enough to drive, more than enough to save, with plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. 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 It's my pleasure to introduce our special music today. We haven't seen this young lady in a while, and it's so wonderful to have her back. She's been sharing some new music, and I love it. This Mindy Dillard has a soaring voice and a wonderful talent for writing and connecting with her audience, no matter what. Let's welcome back our dear friend, Mindy Dillard.
Been through a lot the last couple weeks. I have a story that relates to this financial abundance thing, so I'm gonna tell you it. So, picture me a couple of years ago in the emergency room at Primary Children's Hospital with my youngest son, whose name is Charlie, where then progressively it was like my worst nightmare because first they needed to do a aspiration of his hip fluid.
And I want us to sing about money. This is a very bodacious song. I want you to join me. Let's have fun. Sing those words. Yeah, it's got the word money in it, like all over the place. And just let it come out. It'll be fine. All right, join me. This is a really cool song. It's called Money Is Coming to Me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming to me. Money is 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 coming to me. I could just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me. It's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. No, money is coming to me.
Come on, come on, come on.
The universe is working for me.
It's working, it's working.
I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh, money is coming to me. Yeah, yeah. More than enough to give, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shop, more than enough to drive, more than enough to say, with plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I could just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. It's my pleasure to introduce our special music today. We haven't seen this young lady in a while, and it's so wonderful to have her back. She's been sharing some new music, and I love it. This Mindy Dillard has a soaring voice and a wonderful talent for writing and connecting with her audience, no matter what. Let's welcome back our dear friend, Mindy Dillard.
Been through a lot the last couple weeks. I have a story that relates to this financial abundance thing, so I'm gonna tell you it. So, picture me a couple of years ago in the emergency room at Primary Children's Hospital with my youngest son, whose name is Charlie, where then progressively it was like my worst nightmare because first they needed to do a aspiration of his hip fluid to see if there was an infection in there, and then they told us we needed to have emergency surgery in the morning with Charlie. And so then we ended up in the hospital for 5 days, and he's okay now. He's walking again, running and dancing, and I'm so grateful. Yeah. But you know what was amazing is that all of our friends and our family and some people I kind of were only acquaintances on Facebook, they started to bring us food, and they sent us money also on Venmo, and they took care of us, and I was so touched that people were so kind, and I was really grateful for the power of modern technology, that I could tell people, and that people, it did feel like the flow of everyone's resources coming together to help me and my family and my little boy. So, all right, this is his song. It's called Dance, Dance, Charlie. And when he was a little baby, when he first started walking, he would just spin around with his arms up in the air. And I always want to remember that time with him and how he did that. And it was so sad when I thought maybe he wouldn't be able to do that again. So, here we go. Charlie spin, Charlie dance around the room with no pants, a joyful smile on his face. Jumping on his little feet, scrunching up his dimpled cheeks, moving with such a clumsy grace. Dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie. I wanna see you dance. Spin round the dirty kitchen floor and through the hallway out the door. Toes tickle the grass in our front yard. Raise your arms up to the sky, you spinning top, my little guy. Your light is brighter than a star. Dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie. I wanna see you dance. 16-month-old little boy, gap-toothed, blonde hair, blue-eyed coy, spin through the sprinklers, get all wet. He likes it when I clap my hands, spins around and around again. He don't need no complicated steps. Dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie Pie, dance, dance, Charlie. I wanna see you dance. Charlie spin, Charlie dance round the room with no pants, joyful smile on his face. He's jumping on his little feet, he's scrunching up his dimpled cheeks, he's moving with such a clumsy grace. Oh, moving with such a clumsy grace. Thank you. Maybe dance a little bit later in honor of Charlie. Thank you.
And thank you to technology. I do have the announcement about Reverend Cindy Edelson. She will be spending Friday evening with the practitioners and the Leadership Council, Friday evening and Saturday morning. And then we will have social time on Saturday afternoon from 3 to 5. So if you can put that on your calendars, you'll be able to come and meet her and talk to her. And we really value everyone's input on how we feel that she could work with us here at our center. So be sure and plan for that Saturday from 3 to 5. And then again, her workshop, letting it go on Sunday. That'll be a great experience to see her in a few different ways. It's my pleasure to introduce our fabulous speaker today, Megan Sillito. She's created many live and online programs on a wide range of topics, including leadership, happiness, prosperity, creativity, organic workflow, and creating conscious business your way. She inspires people to create meaningful, creative, lucrative, and lucrative businesses. So looking forward to see, as we're thinking about money and flow, the message that Megan has to share with us today. Welcome her with me, Megan Sillito.
Thank you, and thank you for freeing me from podiums so I can come out and be with you and be free. So I'm so excited to talk to you today about money, one of my favorite topics for so many reasons. And the only thing that might inhibit me today is that I have all these little thoughts in my head, like, tell them about me, you know? And I once taught a program called Imprinting for Riches, and it went over about 7 months, and I did content every day for an hour for 7 months, and I just barely got started. There's so much to this little conversation about money, and I really want to thank Rick for making us all say it, right? Because I don't care who you are, you have beliefs about money that aren't serving you. And so how you know when something's pausing or stopping you is you kind of get a little contracted, like, oh, I don't want to say money, I don't want to talk about money, I don't want to look at my bank account, right? And so all of that is a contractive energy, which actually stops the flow. It actually stops not just the flow of money, but it stops the flow of energy, because money is simply energy. That's it. It's energy. And by the way, it's not outside of us. It is us. Just like God isn't outside of us. It is us. Nothing is outside of us. We are infinite beings. It is part of the very fabric of the space of who we be. And it actually gets really fun when you realize that you are money. Because then you don't have to get it. You don't have to go outside of yourself. You don't have to stress and push and force. My interesting point of view is that consciousness is only slowed down by our belief in lack of anything. Lack of our own greatness, lack of money, lack of resources. When you go into any kind of lack thinking, you leave your soul. You leave your being, because your being knows better. Your being knows that you are infinite wealth, infinite possibilities, infinite creativity, and you have access to the whole freaking universe. To the whole universe. But in this reality, we're taught to go into lack. We're taught to contract. We're taught to go without, to go with less. Some of our well-meaning parents gave us kind of funky messages about that. I kind of have a personal mission that when I hear somebody, a parent in the store, telling their child they can't afford this, to go in and interrupt right away. Because there's so many different empowering ways to handle that called, hey, Johnny, I love that you're desiring something more for yourself. Let's talk about how you might create that, how that might be brought into being for you. Because when we launch desire, we launch an energy into the universe and we say, hey, universe, come play. Let's create together. Let's make more together. Right? And so there's this beautiful dance with desire and creation and possibility that we could be in. And we are never poor. And in fact, I really loved the reading by Lynn Twist. I actually got to see her at the International Coaching Federation. She was the keynote speaker one year. And oh man, is she cool and powerful. And she told a story about this tribe in Africa that we would call poor, we would call impoverished. And she said, what a diminishment of the power of these people, because they did not see themselves that way. They saw themselves as powerful. They saw themselves as creative. They saw themselves as resourceful. Poverty wasn't a word they knew to call themselves. You diminish you when you go into lack. You diminish others when you perpetrate that lack. Because we are greatness. So we do it in a lot of places. It's what we were taught to do. But I'm here to hopefully take a few of the bounds off of your greatness. The purpose of money is to change realities. The purpose of money is to change realities. Can you help more people with money or without money? Building a school in an impoverished country, that creates more. You having more creates more. More equals more. I love sometimes to give a waiter or waitress a $100 or $200 tip because it kind of changes their world a little bit. Oh, whoa. I like to do that sometimes when I pass a homeless person and not just put $1 or $2, but put a 50 in there and whoa. It begins to change what they're aware of as possible. Are you abundant with you? What's your relationship to more? So that's an interesting one. We could dive into that one for a while, right? Because it's like, oh no, we should make do with less. That's what it is to be spiritual. Making yourself smaller and less was never spiritual and never conscious. Please get that. You are what the universe is doing. You have access to infinite resources. You are creative. You can create whatever you say. But when you go into lack, you contract the connection to your very being and to the universe. You go into separation because lack is a lie. So maybe we could have some fun with that and go, liar, liar, pants on fire. You know, every time that we have a thought that has some kind of energy of lack on it. So let me give you an experience, because I love to give experiences of what I'm talking about here. So what I'd like you to do is to, If you've been at my talks before, you know I always like to have you lower the barriers. Because when we go into contraction, when we go into judgment, we create walls. We create walls between us and them. I remember a story about this monastery that was having trouble with interrelational issues. And the Monsignor, whoever the name of that person is, told this monk, told every monk that some monk in there was Christ. And so they started treating everybody as Christ in the monastery, and it completely changed it around. But what if we could actually look at money as a godly energy, as something to revere, as not worship, but to open up to the possibility that that energy in its purest form truly is here to change this reality. And if the conscious folk won't choose it, guess who's choosing it? Part of why we have stuff with money is we can feel what people out there are doing with it. They do this kind of weird, trippy, twisty power thing with it. And we go, ooh, I don't want to play there. But if you react in such a way as to impoverish yourself in service of not being them, you're part of the problem. When you actually choose to also be abundant, to choose money, money goes where it is chosen. You direct money in your life by calling it in, by saying, hey, money, will you help me build my vision? Will you help me build this dream? Will you work with me? Will you partner with me? One of the reasons why a lot of money programs don't work is because they are actually teaching you based on their personal relationship with money, which is kind of a problem other than you might get some interesting ideas. But each one of us, just like you have a personal relationship with God or with the universe or whatever that higher power is, you have a personal dance with money. Mine happens to be very playful. My energy of money is like this little cartoon guy that's like, hi, are we going to play today? What are we going to create? What are we going to do? What are the possibilities that we're going to explore today? And if I'm not in that place, I know I'm in my crap. I'm in the limitation that I have built for myself. And I am separating from the universe itself when I am there. And one of my reference points for something being true, and please don't believe a word I say. Simply try it on and see if it feels light. Now, I intentionally kind of push buttons sometimes, so your button might be pushed, but just notice if while your button's getting pushed, it kind of feels light. Because it's opening something. It's opening something more. So in my personal life, when I get to feel contracted and heavy, because I know that's not me, the infinite being called Megan in this reality is light, is expansive, and the infinite being called you is light and expansive. So when it's true, it's light. When it's heavy, there's a lie there. So have you ever felt light in lack? Probably not, because it's a lie. So I have squirrel brain, so I'm coming back to the barriers down, okay? So bringing the barriers down. Whew. Now, allow yourself to let the energy of the universe start flowing through you. And you might just start with this room, with the people in the room, with the chairs, with the floor, with the ceiling. Allow the energy to flow through you. Allow yourself to be fed by the energy of the plants and the animals and the trees and the planets and the earth. Allow yourself to feel that there's a flow of energy from the universe coming through us at all times. Feel it coming in from the right. Feel it coming in from the left, from in front of you, from behind you, up from the earth, down from the sky and the heavens. And feel that energy coming through you. And notice how it just flows through. It doesn't actually stop with you. And this is flow. This is the essence of flow, gifting and receiving. As we're walking through the world, we're receiving energy from everything and everyone, if we'll let it, if we're not in our little lack camp, And we are feeling that, and from that energy, we are contribution. We are service. We are that which also gives in beautiful reciprocity. We are creating with the universe. When you get some harebrained idea, pay attention. Because that's the universe saying, will you create more now? Because we're creating with the universe, when we create more, when we choose more, we expand the universe. When you choose less, you actually contribute to the contraction that's happening in the universe. What do I mean by choosing more? I'm not just talking about stuff, but because this series is about money, I'm going to include money. And that's the biggest thing I want you to get is include money in your greatness. Include money in your more. Include money in your becoming more than you've been willing to be before. Include it because money wants to contribute to changing your reality too. Money could really blow our minds if we'd let it. In a good way. Right? Because when we're connected to the infinite flow of the universe, when we're actually in this space of our being, there is no lack. And we have access to the resources of the entire universe, maybe the multiverses. And then we can use that energy. We can direct that energy. We can turn that energy into the power we have in this body at this time to create things that contribute to humanity, that contribute to the expansion of consciousness. We change the world when we allow ourselves more and when we choose more. One of my favorite things to do is to ask myself, I have two questions that I like to ask every day. And one is, what will it take for me to be greater today than yesterday? Because that's me choosing more. That's me choosing from my greatness. Another question is, how can I out-create myself today? Because we're never really in competition with everybody else. It's really about, what's my next level? What's my next rung? And not because we're in lack. That's the interesting thing, because we were taught when we were little, if we wanted more, that we were ungrateful. No, you wanted more because you're an infinite being and you get there's more. And there's always more. And you know that we're here to expand and create more. And maybe as a little kid, you only saw that as stuff. And you were made wrong for that. But your desire for more is the universe whispering to you and saying, please create with me. We are infinite. We have expressed maybe 1/100% of what's actually possible on this planet and in this incarnation. And that's the big game, is when we allow ourselves more, when we choose more than we think we can do, when you choose beyond what you think you can achieve. The best dreams are the ones you have no freaking idea how they're going to happen. Because that's when you're open to spirit. That's when you're open to consciousness. That's when you're like, I got this great idea and I have no idea. And universe, please help. Please show me. Oh man, the universe loves to play there. Because if you don't know how, you're not in your head. And who you are is here to create something that's never been created before. So there is no how for your big dream yet. Because only you have it. Only you have the seed of it. Only you can create it. It hasn't been done yet. No one else can show you that. Not even you. So when you keep creating and choosing from everything that you can figure out, that's all figure outable, you're actually probably not choosing enough. If you're getting bored, you have possibilities that you're not reaching to. We're here to be more. We're here to be obnoxiously more. You know? Be like obnoxiously happy. Be obnoxiously creative. Be obnoxious. Because truly, this reality comes at us with this fit into this. And you're this wild creature, this infinite being. You don't fit in no box, homie. You don't fit there. You have to be willing to be more, even if people don't like it, because that's when you're going to be creating consciousness with the universe, the movement of conscious out into the universe. Okay, so are you still letting yourself be fed by the energy? Is that still happening? If not, turn it back on, because guess what? It's just a choice. It's just a choice. Notice if you feel better when you're going for more, or you feel better if you're contracting. Right? Light and heavy, people. Truth and lies. Be vigilant with yourself about when you're lying to yourself. This planet needs your dream. It needs your more. It needs your contribution. It needs all of us to be what we came to be. And when you access your being, this energy flow, this bigger you, right? Have you guys all experienced that space of the bigger you? Like one of the things that I have seen in myself is like I can be having a crap day and my client shows up and I'm like fierce. I pop myself into this bigger energy and oftentimes have the best sessions ever because I'm so out of my Megan thinking and I'm into the being of me. Maybe you guys have experienced that when maybe you were tired and then you had to show up for something or someone and all of a sudden there was this bigger you that showed up. Okay, so I'd like us to take that out of emergency operation and put it into daily operation. We've all had that experience. But guess what? We can operate from that space of being, that bigger self. So see if you can connect with that being, that infinite you, for a few seconds here. And even if you have to remember a time where you like just showed up and there's this bigger you that showed up and you weren't in your small thinking anymore, right? See if you can tap that. One of the ways to do that is just imagine yourself expanding out energetically. You're an infinite being. Touch the stars. Go into the earth. Go left. Go up. Expand out into the infiniteness of you. That's one way that you can access your being. When I come and do something like this, I ask my being to take over. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. Hardly ever. And especially when I'm speaking. Because I'm that space for that energy, that consciousness to flow through me. And in that space of the being, when we're in that space of being, there is no problems. There is nothing bigger or greater than you. Everything is solvable. Everything is changeable. So if you can connect with this bigger self, this bigger you, this being you, for a few moments, let's have it take a look on the you that's playing lack. Let it just look with its infinite allowance, infinite love, at the you that's pretending that you have lack. What do you see? What do you notice in your cute little pretend game? You're so cute, right? I'm cute. Oh no, I can't. Da, 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 da. Well, you're a freaking infinite being. Crap. But looking at it through the eyes of that bigger presence, that eyes of the adult that's helping a child through something, this unconditionalness. Because we can't judge the thing we're trying to change, because then we separate from it and then we can't change nothing. When there's something that's been unchangeable for you, it's actually because you just are judging it. So stop that. Just stop that. I'm playing that game with myself right now, where I'm vigilantly looking for where I'm judging myself or others. And I'm making a demand of myself to not give it energy, to go to another place, to go to my being. Sometimes I have to use tools like tapping or uncreating and destroying or breath or movement. But I am committed to get out of judgment, because it's the number one thing that stops those energy flows. So coming back to those energy flows, okay? All right, now get all judgy. And maybe you can't. If you're in your being, you might not be able to, which is kind of cool too. It's really cool to get that embodied in being that you can't find in judgment. So good job you if you can't. And if you can, notice what it does to the flows. You know, let some of your small thinking in that tells you that you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you don't have enough money, you don't, well, I can't, I don't have enough time, and I might get a blah, blah, blah. What does that do to the flows? Okay, so let's uncreate and destroy all that. Let's take a couple of deep breaths and let go of those interesting points of view. And that's all they are, this interesting points of view. And let the flow back. Let the flow back in with compassion for the you that was literally pickled in a lack construct. And you bought that as real and true when it wasn't. It's okay. Is it time to make another choice? Is it time to choose more for yourself, for your life, for your living? And yes, more money. But not more from lack, because you're a freaking infinite being. You're what the universe is doing right now. You're not choosing more because you lack. You're choosing more because it's who you are. It's who you are. I've had the pleasure of, I was really loving your song about your son today, because my partner's grandbaby, Suzanne, her grandbaby, Ruby, she might be watching. Hi, Rubes. But like, she loves the phrase, one more song, one more orange, one more. And that's just natural. And what I love is her parents haven't talked her out of that. Now, it's not that doesn't get redirected in some moments, right? But it's so sweet. One more, please. One more. What if we could have the innocence of a child with one more? More of me. And that's what we're talking about, you guys. In order to have more money, you have to be more of you. You have to be more of you, not less of you. There's nothing that the presence of your being cannot melt, cannot change. And abundance to you might mean living in a hut off the grid. And that's what I mean by it's different relationship for everybody. I love exploring new lands. I love travel. The adventure of travel has like changed me like in ways that nothing else really has. I'm hopping on a plane to Egypt on Tuesday to play in the pyramids. And that is part of my more, that when I ask money to partner with me, it's facilitating conscious travel. Connecting to other cultures and other people. And the magic of this earth. That's part of my more. I know some people that hate travel. It's not part of their more. I have some people whose relationship with money is very like, oh, I just know it's there. It's beautiful. But like when I talk to money, it's like jumping around and playing. That's my relationship. What's yours? What's your relationship to money? And are you willing to be the person that has it? I'll give you an example. Some of you may not be coming along for the ride because this is edgy. And we all have stuff. Please don't judge whatever stuff is coming up because we all got all buggered up with this, okay? But I want you to think about who is the you that has $100 million. Just close your eyes for a second and tell me how you walk in the world, how you dress, how you hold yourself. Where do you live? What projects and things do you contribute to? What do you make better in the world by you having more? Is the world greater because you chose more? Just look at that. I promise you the world will not be greater by you choosing less. But can you see how there's some kind of energy, some kind of beingness? In my work as a coach, I'm always looking to what, if somebody wants something and it's not happening, it's because of something they're not willing to be yet. And one of the reasons that we keep money out is there's something we're not willing to be yet. So what is it that you haven't been willing to be that if you would be it would make money a non-issue for you? Whatever that is, whatever that relationship with abundance is. I told you I had a lot to say about this, didn't I? So much. And I get a little preachy, but I'm just, this might sound weird, but money came to me one time and it said, please, will you help the conscious people choose me? Because I want to do what I came to do, which is change this reality. And so it's a bit of a mission. It's a bit like I got it in viscerally. That choosing poor, choosing less, choosing lack did not create more for you or the world. Is the world better with you abundant, or is the world better with you in your poverty? Just ask yourself that question. Because money wants to play. It's ready to play with you. It's ready to facilitate your dreams and your visions, your hopes for your family and your future. It's ready to play with you, but you've got to be willing to be everything you came to be. You have to be willing to be great. And what if the lack in your life is because you haven't been willing to choose the greatness of you? Ha! How y'all doing? We're like, woo, woo. Yay, beautiful. Take a couple of deep breaths. This is deep and this is big. And I know I'm speaking it really strongly, and that's how it wants to come through today. Be more of you. And allow money to come in on that journey. Allow it to be part of those flows that just come through you with ease and joy and glory. Be what you came here to be. That's the gift of money, is it's asking us to step up. It's asking us to be more. Thank you.
as we have this opportunity to be here today, it's just amazing as I was listening to that message and thinking of the things that we can be and the things that we can do. And the music is a great way of expressing. And as we get ready for this time of giving, I'd like all of us to close our eyes and go into this prayer meditation for a moment. And we think of that self that we want to be. And we are grateful for that energy. We're grateful to be here. We're grateful. There is only love. There is only peace. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. In this moment, in this place, there is only who I am. Letting fear and worry fall away from me, I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Can I have the ushers come forward? And we'll say together, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Filled with gratitude, I let this be, and so it is.
Let's have Mindy Dillard come up and share another song. Mindy?
Thank you. Well, I got a new song for you all. So, I really loved your message, Megan. Thank you so much for it's so intriguing, and I loved it. And I've been thinking a lot about how I want to live in hope in my life and not fear, right? But I don't just want to live in hope. I want to live in wild hope, right? Like, to me, it's kind of what Megan was talking about. Like, I want to be my big self, my big me. I want to change the world, like, really. So that's what this is about. Wild hope. I want to find wild hope. I want to find my wild hope. I may be misguided, still I long to find it. I want to find wild hope. Been blind in a big storm, head down as I performed, searching for warmth. All this time I tried to hide my pain, but when it pours, it rains. I can't contain it. Too tired to conceal, time to reveal. I must reveal my pain if I am to go on. I must reveal my pain if I am to go on. I want to find wild hope. I want to find wild hope. I may be misguided, still I long to find it. I want to find wild hope. I need a reason to keep going. I need a reason to keep going. I want to find wild hope. I'm searching, searching for wild hope. I may be misguided, still I long to find it. I want to find wild hope. A glimmer in distance, resistance in the system. I'm the optimist, alchemist. I tried to hide my pain, but when it pours, it rains. I can't contain it. Too tired to conceal, time to reveal. I must reveal my pain if I am to go on. I must reveal my pain if I am to go on. I must reveal my pain, so I go on. Thank you.
So, Mindy, I have a wild hope
Yes.
that you just keep writing songs. Man,
For sure. Can't
it's
stop.
Awesome. Awesome. And thank you, Megan, once again. A powerful, powerful message. And just your energy and presenting it really got me. The new insight for me that money's purpose is to change reality. That's such a succinct and beautiful way to look at it. And think about the money in my pocket as I circulate it, making a conscious choice and knowing that's changing reality for the better. That's beautiful. I have my favorite tool in my garage. I think about money that way too. That I have the consciousness, I know how to use that tool, and maybe it's got some special features that I haven't yet discovered, but I use that tool to build things and fix things and improve the reality. I'm going to look at money differently. Thank you, Megan. Let's stand together and have another intention. We're going to change reality by singing this song. Wonderful song written by Leslie Monroe. Together we can change the world.
Starts with a simple act of kindness, like a drop in the pond. It makes a new ripple. Someone pays it forward, and the miracles triple. Folks are showing up from far and wide because they feel connected from deep inside. When we join hands with one heart and one mind, we turn up the volume of love and humankind. Together, we